Yes, we are live. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. Okay, it's morning. Good morning, guys. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. If you're just seeing me for the first time, thank you. Welcome. I'm a Nigerian who lives here in South Africa with my family, and I make various content. I'm sure you will like it here. If you're watching the video, welcome. If you're catching on playback, welcome. I know I did not schedule this live. Welcome on board, everyone. Okay, so yeah. So in today's video, oh sorry, I just wanted to make sure we are live. Okay. So in today's video, we'll be talking about South Africa to strip beauty queen Chidinma of her South African citizenship. Okay. So hi, Asford, how are you? Thank you for joining. Um, please give us a thumbs up, okay, and share if you can. As you're joining the live, give us a thumbs up. Okay. So it's going to be a quick one. You're loving the short hair. Thank you so much. I went on dread. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I like to change my looks these days. So I don't know if this dread looks good on me, but let's see how it goes. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. So please give us a thumbs up as you're joining. So you're welcome back to my channel. If you're just seeing me for the first time, thank you. Welcome. Where have you been? My name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian and I live here in South Africa with my family and I make various content. I'm sure you like it on this particular channel. Um, Subscribe to join the family and give us a like. Okay, so let me just share the live stream, guys. Yeah. In today's video, you guys already know what we are talking about. So this I saw this on BBC Africa. Yeah, I saw this on BBC's Instagram post, and they said that they actually titled it similarly to what I titled. They said South Africa to strip beauty queen Chidinma of her citizenship and her mom too. I added her son because I mean, if she's no longer a citizen, her son will not be a citizen because from what we gathered, Chidinma was married to a Nigerian, not a South African. So, if her son's citizenship is coming from her, definitely, if everything is revoked, he may also be. I don't know. Let's not speculate. That's not the point. Okay, so, but yeah. So, what do you guys think? Let me just read what I saw on the BBC website. Share all your thoughts on the live stream as I just try to make a point. They said beauty queen Chidinma Adesina, who has been at the center of fears nationality role, is to be stripped of her South African identity and travel documents. That's obviously is her citizenship because before you have the South African national ID, you have to be a citizen before you can get the ID. Okay, so yeah, basically her ID document means her citizenship. The Department of Home Affairs began investigating her case after she became a finalist in the Miss SA pageant. Okay, we already know those parts. They also said she withdrew from the competition in August after the department announced that her mother might have committed identity theft to become a South African national. Okay. Afford said, I'm worried that this might affect her journey for Miss Universe. I'll treat that, I'll just, talk about what I think to that effect. This statement, I'll say what I think, but let me, finish. He also said Miss Additional, a law student, went on to win Miss Universe Nigeria. We know all that. Okay, we know all that. He also said it was previously said she was born in South African township, Soweto. One thing I've not gathered actually is some of the stories that some people said she was born in Soweto, others said she was not born in Soweto, that her mom came with her. The reason for this speculation was because of when her dad said he met her mom, right? From the story. You remember when the story, happened 2 or 3 months ago. Her dad supposedly, I didn't see the clip, but a lot of people, most people were saying that the dad said he met her mom the first time during the World Cup in South Africa, and when he came, that he was previously living in the UK. Then when it happened that they said she was born in South Africa, people were now saying, okay, if her mom if her mom met her dad, considering how old she is, how come she was now born in South Africa? That's why people started speculating she was born in South Africa. But the write-up still maintains that she was born in South African township, Soweto. That is actually what she herself, said, that she was born in Soweto. So it says, after winning the beauty competition in Nigeria, we know that the BBC, the BBC, this part is important. After winning the beauty pageant in Nigeria, she told the BBC that she still saw herself as proudly South African. Okay, so she's still considered as at the time where she won the pageant in Nigeria. She still says that she's proudly South African and proudly Nigerian. That was, and yeah, that I saw that video because they were interviewing her as someone that won. Then they asked her, so what are your thoughts with what happened during the South African pageant? I didn't think she didn't want to talk about it. She said she felt bad. However, that she still sees herself as proudly South African and also obviously proudly Nigerian, like the BBC is reiterating. Then they also said that Adesina has just arrived Mexico to represent Nigeria at the Miss Universe competition to be held on the 16th of November. That is the story on the part of the BBC. Because I also went to investigate and see what Home Affairs is saying, because I wanted to hear from what the officials of Home Affairs said regarding that. So this is what I got. The Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Njabulo Azusa, recently confirmed that former Miss SA contestant Chidinma Adesina and her mom's ID documents will be revoked. Okay, that is what he confirmed, that the ID documents will be revoked. Like I said before, if you revoke the ID document, that means the citizenship is being revoked, because it's only a citizen a citizen of South Africa has to be done about my internet these days. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. It's been happening for a couple of days now. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Sorry, guys. Okay, it may go off again, so I'm just warning you. Sorry. So, like I was saying, if the ID is revoked, that means the citizenship is being revoked, because it's only all South Africans that are up to 18 years, right? Right? Is it 18 or 17? You can have an ID document. Correct me, guys, on the comment section, and please give the live stream a thumbs up. Okay. So this came after Adesina once billed as a favorite of Miss South Africa. I want to read the part where apparently, okay, it said, speaking on SABC News, Azusa said, we had to write to Chidinma to make representations. We know that her mother's ID was obtained illegally. So if her mother's ID was obtained illegally, then it brings her, Chidinma, in quote and unquote, her own citizenship into question. Okay. The closing date was yesterday. So apparently, from what the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs is saying, they wrote to Chidinma. Maybe, I don't know he didn't say what, entailed on the write-up. They wrote her to probably come and make a case for herself or what. I'm just speculating. I don't know. But from what he's saying, she did not respond to that write-up. And I think they had a closing date for when she was supposed to come and, make a case for herself, from what the write-up is saying. And the closing date was yesterday, from what they are saying, it's October 29. So he now said she has not responded. As such, we will now start the process of withdrawing her citizenship. Okay, so it's been confirmed by the Deputy Minister of Home Affairs, Jabula Jabulo Nzuza. Okay, guys, what are your thoughts on this one? This is going to be a short one, guys, please, because I have to pick my little girl from school early today. They have a concert, so I just want to make a quick one. Anyone that has something to say should probably come and jump onto the studio. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. I see 31 people. I do not see thumbs up. Please thumbs up, guys. Okay. So this is the case, and let me address what I Ashov said. So he said, "I'm worried that this might affect her journey of Miss Universe." Yeah, I want to agree somehow. It depends. I think it will mainly affect her emotionally because obviously it's nobody. She still sees South Africa from the last public statement she said. She still saw South Africa as home. Obvious is only natural, irrespective. Let's put it out there that irrespective of what has happened, PH is on the studio. Thank you, PH. Okay, thank you for joining
Hi.
me. Let me just thank you there. How are you?
Hi.
Let me just see
They're
what I
very
have to
well.
say. Yeah. I feel as though that it's irrespective of everything that happened, okay, whether the wrongs and the rights, Chidinma still has her a lot of her is still South African. You guys, apart from in paper and everything, she was socialized here. Her the better part of her adult life up until today is is South African. So I feel emotionally, yes, it will weigh her down because this is her country. Apart from everything that has happened, her mom could have, allegedly, or maybe they've confirmed it. So they are saying maybe her mom actually got the paper illegally. But for her, it's her mom's story now is different from her story because her mom came as an adult, obtained paper illegally, and gave birth to her or whatever the case may be. And she grew up in South Africa, knowing herself as, oh, okay, though I'm a foreigner, I'm also a South African. So talking about if it will affect her journey, yes, I agree. It will affect her journey emotionally. It can even weigh her down. She may not perform. That's how I feel it could affect her. And I saw a lot of people. Okay, let me hear from PH. PH, what do you think? Sorry. Thank you for
Hi,
joining.
Olivia, good afternoon.
Good afternoon
Well,
there.
it's morning. Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, it's still
Olivia,
mm,
sometimes I must applaud you for being a humanitarian in times like this, right?
yeah.
The thing is this. The thing is that partly, it is the good in people like you, right? The good in people like you that is derailing Africans' progress. And I must be frank, you know, mm, we simply understand it. But what bothers me is that the media has not put a spotlight on the victims of this. Just imagine the
Okay.
anguish. Imagine the anguish of a family that literally is out of the system entirely because of this particular act. Just one simple act, right? What also bothers me about this whole thing is this. I fully understand that, you know, the human, everyone should have humanity in them. But my question is this. The lady is going on the biggest stage of
Yeah.
this universe, right? She has not said anything about the victims. What is
you're
the
talking about, sorry, the victim are like the people that were their
the
IDs were obtained,
actual?
right?
No. I'm talking right now about the benefit, right? Remember, she's a beneficiary of a
Yeah.
crime, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
in her obtaining that benefit, somebody ended up as a victim. Let me just from the different media. I'm gonna just connect it in 2 minutes. I won't take longer because you've mentioned that you want a short one.
Yeah.
What happened was this, right? When the information about Chidinma arrived at Home Affairs, there was
Yeah.
already an existing family right?
There
Who
was already what?
there was an
Sorry.
existing family, the victim, right? There was
Okay.
already a family whose
Yeah.
issues about issuing of identity document, matrix, and things like that was becoming a problem for Home Affairs. Those
Yes.
were
Yes. Yes.
actually the
Yes.
victims, right? Those were actually the victims. These people have never received public benefits, social benefits, because
Child. That's so
you
sad,
see,
actually.
that is
Yeah.
actually sad. This is where the spotlight should be. Let me then turn it around and say, where, where the sympathy, the feeling that we have for Chidinma, right? Why will somebody, Chidinma Vanessa, right, put herself in the center stage, right? Wouldn't you expect of a Miss Universe to have some sympathy and say, not this year, let me pull aside? Do you understand? This woman is going there to tackle the biggest issue in the world, right? It may be whatever her mandate or her purpose during her reign will be, but it cannot be. Hello?
Sorry. I
No,
got. Sorry.
I
Sorry.
understand. They are not clearly internet is not doing you well. The connection.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. I'm starting to
Right.
hear you.
You know,
Yeah.
my thing is this.
Sorry, let
I'm
me
ex-
let me see if I heard the last thing you said before you go
mm,
on. Okay. So
mm.
you the last thing you were saying before I got kicked out was like she had no sympathy for the
She
victims,
has
isn't it?
no sympathy.
Her
She
herself.
herself. I'm not even talking mommy's action here. But surely,
Okay.
if you are going to carry the universe on your back, hmm?
Okay, so okay, let me get you
if,
PH.
if mm,
What did you expect? Did
I'm
you think it
expecting
was
her
okay for her to make a statement or
not
withdraw
make
from
a
the contest
statement,
entirely?
no, to withdraw entirely and say, I cannot do this. I cannot be a beneficiary. You understand?
But
This
she's
is
not but she's not contesting
she,
for South Africa now.
she's
So
no,
she
certainly she's not. But
if
let me.
anyway it's a conversation. So for me, I think differently. For me, if it was South Africa, I feel it was honorable for her to withdraw from Miss South Africa because yeah, if her mom did got her papers illegally, then yes, it was wrong for her to still be in, even if nothing happened and people didn't ask her to step down. But for Miss Universe Nigeria is a different country, and I don't think it
Thank you.
was like I don't see the need why she needed to withdraw from the that's my own thinking, because I mean,
Okay.
remember that Chidinma is a different person. Her mom's story is different. Her story is different, and her dreams are valid. For me, that's what I think.
No, it
For
is
her, she
certainly
has
her
always
dreams
wanted
are
to be a
valid.
beauty queen. Yeah. So I
I
don't think if
understand,
she had the
Olivia.
opportunity now, you don't
Olivia.
even know if maybe next year she will get married and having babies. You know how women are. She might just fall pregnant, and then all her dreams will die down. I know she has a baby already, and she had that one younger. I'm just thinking. So I felt it was an opportunity that she they're both different cases. South Africa, where her mom did something really bad, yeah, she was
Mhm.
for me. But you can go on when I finish. It's okay for her to say, okay, no, 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 or even make a statement and say, I'm sorry if my mom's action, or when the investigation has been concluded and it's really, I'm sorry that this happened. I wasn't part of it when it happened, and I really regret that such a thing happened. Then apologize to the victims, then carry on with her dreams, because her dream should not be cut short because her mom her mom did something bad. I mean, that's what I think. But go on. I mean,
I will
that's,
tell you this. I'm not taking
yeah.
it in the
Hi,
context of
Beauty.
Nigeria.
Welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
not.
you, host.
I'm not stopping in the context of Miss Nigeria only. I'm
Okay.
saying right now she's moving to the world stage, right?
Yeah.
And Olivia, you and I know very well each participants in these organizations, right? What do?
Yeah.
They run a particular campaign, right? They move a
Okay.
particular mandate. At Miss Universe, you are now Miss Universe of the entire world,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
What then are you telling the people about the kids that suffered in South Africa for you to have ended up here? I'm not talking in the context of Nigeria. I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay. I
I'm
get you.
talking
I
about
get
it
you
holistically right now.
now.
What
Okay.
drive are you going to now push forward, right? Because
Yeah.
a child is not a South African child, it's a child of the world. A
Yeah.
child is
True.
not a Nigerian thing. So now you grew up under somebody's name, well, I don't know, whatever, right? But
Mm-hmm.
basically, you benefited when somebody else could have. But today,
Yeah.
you are literally driving a mandate for this particular kids. That's what generally most Miss Universe, Miss World, their organization work particularly with children. And
True.
when I as an individual, I look at such, I will say, okay, let me take a moment, let me take a moment. Let me finalize this issue, right? Let me just
Okay.
find out from mommy dearest what happened here, right? Because what brought this to the attention of Home Affairs was that there was already an existing case without answers. So when the information and the application from some Miss SA organization came, they now collated this information. They're like, oh, these were the actual issues on that particular matter. When they
Okay.
looked in their archive records, they realized that, oh, yes, this lady mentioned that during that time when her identity was stolen, the existing case,
Oh,
Vanessa's
really?
mom,
Okay. She
yes, Vanessa's
reported.
mom, there was already a hanging case. So it is
Oh,
not something that was created or something. Now, it
obviously it was
makes
not. Yeah.
sense. Yeah, it made sense because this woman and the other lady, the stolen identity lady, they knew each other or they had ran in the same cycle, social circle, right?
Okay.
And it made perfect sense then. But my question also, Olivia, really is about how the Nigerian organization, Miss Nigeria organization, handled it. You know,
Yeah.
it's you can't, obviously I cannot prescribe to people how to deal with their own nationalities and things like that.
Yeah.
But they were
Yeah.
supposed to pause. They really were supposed to pause and say, why would there be issues here? You know?
But really, that. Sorry, let me interject again a little before you continue. Remember that she was already on this journey of becoming a beauty queen before this one cropped up. Do you understand? If you also look at it that way, reasons why she could have just continued with her journey. You get, if it was just that already her case was, it happened that a case was against her mom, everything was happened, then she joined Miss Universe, then it can, but she was already on this journey. That's what I think. She was already on this journey before. Okay, it was now discovered that okay, her mom could have. They said that her mom may before they finally finalized it.
No, no,
Remember
no,
that was
no,
the
no,
first
no.
statement. Yeah.
They did not say. They said there was clear evidence. Then
Okay. All right.
there was
Yeah.
they said
Sorry,
that
let me come in quickly.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
day,
I
African Queen. Hi, host. I was listening because there are certain questions I need clarity, and I would like for African, Queen to give. But
No, it's not
like
African Queen.
Olivia
It's
was
PH.
saying,
It's PH.
oh,
She
oh,
sounds like
oh,
African Queen,
okay,
right? Hi, African
yes,
Queen. Join
exactly. They
quickly
speak
if you
exactly
can.
the
Yeah.
same.
It's PH. Yeah.
Yeah. So Olivia said something just now. She said Home Affairs initially said may have. And honest to everybody, and honest to what Home Affairs said, they said may have. It wasn't a clear-cut accusation. He said may have, which is prima facie. He said there
the first thing
may be
I
a
thought I
prima
saw.
facie evidence, which means at first glance, from what we see on the archives, this is what it looks like, but we are not definite yet. We would conduct further investigation until we come to a conclusion. So let's be clear on the languages, please, that we use. The initial accusation was may have, which is prima facie. From the first glance, first glance, what you see looks like some form of fraudulent activities.
Yes, that was what I thought I saw. Maybe
It wasn't like from the get-go they said this is exactly what was done. Let's be very clear on these things, please. Thank you.
Africa PH, the first statement you saw, was it that it was definitely? Because I mean, as well, because when she was saying it, I thought I saw that the first statement that was released when the opera, happened, was that it's like her mother may, it's like something that looks like may have committed,
Beauty
about.
and Olivia, I've got the statement. Let's read it, please.
Okay, please.
I've got the statement. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, hi. Beauty, go on. I think she's trying to figure out something. So what do you think, Beauty? PH, you can interject when you're ready. Or do you have the statement here?
Sorry.
Okay. I think you're trying to figure out something. Okay, from what I saw, you can interject when you find what you're looking for. What I saw, like what PH was saying, is that, because we can't just keep people waiting. So what PH was saying is that she felt it was honorable for her to just, say, okay, because of this whole thing, I think I don't want to do this Miss Universe thing anymore. I think differently anyway, because I feel that she was deep down in. Remember that before this, you come up to do all this Miss Universe thing, you must have started training, doing your pageantry thing for so long. I feel it's like her abandoning her dream entirely if she said, okay, I'm not going to do Miss Universe anymore, because she was already on the journey. But someone else may think differently. Okay.
She's out.
I think Beauty, you can help. You're good at hosting.
Oh, okay. Well, like Olivia was saying,
yeah,
I feel like the most honorable thing for her to have done at that time, she already did, which is withdrawing from the Miss Universe SA competition.
Okay.
Nigeria is a different entity. She owns a citizenship in Nigeria. In as much as the citizenship she held in South Africa was gotten, through the back door, she holds a citizenship by blood, and it's unquestionable in Nigeria. So these are two different entities, and we shouldn't meddle things. We shouldn't, because you want to because sometimes I feel like some sentiments come from a place of just wanting to see the person drown. She has done what's honorable. She has left the Miss SA competition. Whatever it is she intends to do going forward, just let her go ahead and do her thing. What I would honestly what I would have preferred for them to do, I don't know if they did, is to have sent in any kind of petition. Send your case in, send a petition in. But it's looking like they didn't send anything in. Herself and her
What
mom.
kind of petition do you mean? For me, like I said, what I would have preferred.
Defend your case if you think you have a case. If you
Okay.
feel you have a
I
case,
don't think they
defend
have
your
a
case.
case. If I don't think she has a case, if the investigation was concluded and they were, it was found guilty. But I would
If,
have
if you
preferred as
remember,
well that she released a statement. She has not
only,
released a statement to that regards.
only way, what I'm saying, if you remember 2 months ago, before in fact, it was the day she was on the flight going to Nigeria, there was a press briefing held by Home Affairs. Everyone who is current in the comment section on the chat can attest to what I'm saying. It was said in the press briefing that her ID will be withheld unless she can come and prove that she was indeed born at I think at the hospital in Soweto. I don't know which.
Soweto,
I
okay.
can't really get the name now. At the hospital in Soweto. So what I'm saying is if within the time frame she didn't come forward with a case, because I remember one time she was granting an interview and she said she didn't want to say anything about the incident because the matter is in court. I thought, or I'm thinking, that there should be some form of legal petition, like they should, if that's the case, because that's what was said. Unless you can prove you were born here, we would cancel your ID. That's why I feel taken a little aback that it's been announced again yesterday that her ID has been cancelled. Do you get? But if within
Okay,
the period of two
Beauty.
months,
I don't know if you
yes.
listened to when I started. I think the Deputy Minister for Home Affairs made a statement. She was sent they sent her like a summons, kind of a written summons to come and answer for herself. And they gave a date which was 29th for her to come
Okay.
and respond, like the closing date for that response. Okay, come and respond before so and so date, which was on the 29th. And
Okay.
apparently she did not respond. Then they now concluded. Do you get?
Okay.
Because you're trying to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
you were brought here. So that was why
Yeah.
they brought forth the statement
That's
again.
what I'm saying. Within the time frame, one would think that Chidinma would have presented the case. But
She
if,
did
of
not,
course, there was no
apparently.
case, yes, of course, if there was no case, it means one of two things: that obviously or definitely the ID was gotten illegally. Do you
Yes.
understand? And then
Please, guys,
the
sorry,
authority,
Beauty. Please, guys, we have 69 people. Can you thumbs up on the live stream? Please,
the
guys, okay?
authority
Thumbs up.
can then
Thumbs
go
up for
ahead,
us, please, guys.
the authority can then go ahead to decide what they want to do, which I feel they've done. You understand? So, and then, yeah, like you said, let's see, hopefully, maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I want to believe that perhaps after the competition, she will come up with some kind of statement, because PH was saying something about the person involved. It would be nice also for us to know whose identity was stolen. Whose identity? And again, there's something I don't quite understand. If PH, you can clear me on this. When you say identity, do you mean the ID number or do you mean the name?
The ID number. I think it's
The
the
ID
ID
number.
number. I don't know. Clear
Okay.
me, PH.
Okay.
I
Okay,
think it's the
PH.
ID
Because
number.
that's something I've been, I've been torn,
Because
with that,
what is actually
understanding that.
superior here is your ID
Mm,
number. Remember, here in South Africa, everything is what's your ID number. Then from your ID number, then whatever that is in your name, now take it. So I think it's mainly the ID. Answering your question, Beauty. I think it's mainly
mm,
the ID number because it's the
okay.
ID number that's superior here in South Africa. So maybe the ID number was stolen, you get, or something. Then the person was it that it was, I don't, they need to really clear some things. Is it
Yeah,
that they
exactly.
took
Because
the ID
again,
number and took the person's name or something? I don't
somehow
know.
I don't know if ID numbers can be stolen. What I know, however, is that people can, I don't know how the actual English word to use now, but somebody can take somebody to Home Affairs and say, this is my child, and have them registered in their name, whereas they are not. So that could also be
Hi,
a
Beauty.
case, that could also be an instance.
Yeah, PH,
Beauty.
go on.
Beauty. Just to help with the process, right? What normally
Mm,
happen within government departments is that there's a standard way before you even go to court, right? what you calling a petition in South African language, we won't call it a petition, things like that. So there might be just different usage of words and things like that. A petition will be just an online petition about Chris Brown not arriving, not being granted a visa, issues, right? More public and things like that. But court processes comes after you have exhausted the internal remedies, right? So what happened was that upon receiving of documents, the Home Affairs started working on investigation, internal investigation, right?
Okay.
And then within their own investigation, there's a procedure where a person is affected, right? They give
Yeah.
you time, a particular time, and it seems in the case of, if I'm just reading from the news, it seems from Vanessa's issue, it has been 3 months, guys, if I'm not mistaken.
Lungani, thank you, Lungani.
Right? It has been 3 months where she was given an opportunity to make representation. Making representation is that we have found something that is unfavorable to you, right?
Yeah.
Which, but come forward, make representation, provide us with documentation. You are saying this and this and this. There's already another family whose identity number is the same as the one your mom used, and things like that, right? And our investigation reveals this and this. Please come forth and make your own representation. You can obviously hire a lawyer at that point, right, to draft your response, right? It seems that never happened. And upon the end of the time limit given to you, that's when the next step kicks in, the revoking of your ID.
Okay, yeah, that's exactly what the deputy was saying, because apparently they wrote her, they required a response for her to come and maybe make a case for yourself. After, if you watch the video from when I started, and the last day of the response to make a case for yourself was October, end of October. And since she didn't make a case for herself, the case had to close, and then they decided, obviously that's the next step for them to withdraw. And Tebza says, under South African law, the victim has the right to privacy. We might not get to know the woman who lost her identity like
that's
Beauty.
true. That is definitely true.
Yes, when you were asking that we needed to come, obviously victims are supposed to be protected for obvious reasons. So I don't think the person will come forward. It's not even advisable. So that won't happen. We won't get to know.
Why,
guys, sorry, Beauty, 1 minute, please, guys. Sorry. You guys should please thumbs up. We have 77 people, and people are not thumbsing up. What did I do? What did I do to you guys? Please thumbs up on the live stream, okay? Just thumbs up,
guys. Thumbs up.
Thank you. Thumbs up is free. Thank you. Go on, Beauty.
It is free.
Yeah, it's absolutely free.
But it's not a criminal case, is it? It's a civil case. No.
It is a criminal case, ma'am. Theft.
Oh, okay.
But PH is in the legal sector. So PH, you're in the legal sector, right? Yeah. So
yes, I am. It is. That's why the
identity theft is criminal. It's criminal.
Okay. Identity theft, it's a criminal case against the mother, not Chidinma. Because I see Chidinma getting a lot of backlash. And not the mom.
No, it's not that. Remember, Beauty, you got to contextualize this whole thing. The picture we know is Chidinma, isn't it? We don't know the mom. She's the one in public.
It doesn't make it right still. The case is against her mom.
It's really not. We're talking about beneficiary. So you got to understand it in that context. The thing is that if she wasn't on the center stage, she wouldn't be catching any issues. The picture we see is it ends with her. Because to us, this is beneficiary. And I mean, I'm talking using lay person's language, but in the context, this is undue enrichment. Right?
Are you saying whatever she gets whatever backlash she gets is justifiable.
I think
But
she
you see,
definitely, Beauty, if I want to answer your question, obviously is who is in the forefront that will get the backlash. Remember, Chidinma, this case wouldn't have been known if Chidinma did not come to contest. Do you understand? That's why it's actually good to, if if you know you're shady, maybe you should tell your children. I don't know. Sorry to say, it's just a joke.
you
But
should,
if
you should. You are right.
do you
Yeah, to be
understand?
honest, yes, I
Because
agree.
remember when they
But
say
the
that the sins of the father will visit the
catch
children.
up.
That's why when you want to do something, anything I do, I had a conversation with somebody. It was deep, and we were almost bantering in the comment section on one of my videos. And I said, I will not do anything because of my children. My children is because anything that happens tomorrow, it will fall on them. You may not even be there when it will come out. You as the parents, you may not be here anymore because I mean everybody will die someday, you know. So, but your children will take a fall for what you did. So I know that it seems as if it's unfair. It's unfair somehow, but it's just the law of things. It's just like when
Beauty, hi. Yeah, well, just to clarify,
I can hear you. Yeah, I
can you
can
hear
hear you.
me? What you are
Yes, I can.
asking me right now, what you are asking me, it's something that I normally stay away from. I try not to use my own feelings, right? I mean,
Yeah.
there and all sorts of things. I'm a person that I trust and believe in the law of fairness. So if we start tackling into, does she deserve this and all sorts of things, my thing is this: my heart really goes to the family that is unknown at this point. I really I feel it's where are these people? Are they poor? Do they need SASA grants? You see what I mean? For the past 23 years, did they need this? Were they
Doris,
able
God
to get
bless
them?
you. That's what I'm trying to say. There's a comment in the comment section. Doris, God bless you. Why should the beneficiary get more hits than the perpetrator? And that's the angle
No.
I'm coming from.
obviously I want
And
to answer before you
and
go
there
on.
is this
I think
entanglement.
they
There's
will
this
still
entanglement
penalize the
around
mom.
the whole thing. There's this entanglement around the whole thing centered towards Nigeria. Whereas
No.
the perpetrator
Beauty,
is Mozambican. The heat isn't getting
beauty,
to the Mozambicans. It's
But
coming
it's
to
true,
beauty,
the
that part I will
Nigerians.
agree with you. Why are Mozambicans
beauty,
going scot-free? The mom is Mozambican. Why are Mozambicans not being talked about? That's another thing. You
beauty.
get
I wanna
That's the
give you
perspective
examples.
I'm coming
I
from.
wanna no
Why
no
should the
no.
beneficiary be
You
more
ladies,
of a focus than the perpetrator?
you are getting this all wrong. Let me give you 5 cases, right? 5 cases currently, which SIU and the Hawks are working on, involving South Africans, right? We've known about the PPI tenders during COVID and all sorts of things. We've known about the state capture. We've known about all sorts of corruption, right? That is happening currently in the media, if one was to follow. These are purely South Africans. Guess what? They basically are in commercial courts where the beneficiary are being dragged, right? That is basically the law in South Africa.
and
We
African Queen
paid
is saying
everything.
something. African Queen, sorry, PH. African Queen, hi, African Queen. Can you join? Oh, we are almost running out of time. She says Chidinma was supposed to go and present herself and state why she should keep the ID since her mom defrauded a South African and ID, but she failed that. That's why the
That's
case is now
exactly what
referred
I
to.
said short
Yeah.
while
So
ago.
she did
That's
not.
what I
I
said
guess
a
they
second
would
ago.
have given her. They would have granted her pardon. I don't know how it's done in South Africa. She could have been entitled to pardon if she made a good case for herself. Correct me, guys. What
She
do you
would
think,
have received
PH?
an ID. She would have received an ID. The problem is that on your ID, then, that nationality would have changed from South Africa to Nigeria. And that is not
Yes,
what you want. That's
Yeah,
not what
the
you
ID
are.
is active. No, it doesn't
The
matter. You
ID
still
will
get
be,
the benefit. You still get the
you will get the
benefits.
ID because it's not your work, right? But the problem is that nationality there would have been taken away, the South African benefit, and then she would have been a Nigerian or Mozambican, however she chooses.
No,
It
sorry,
doesn't matter.
PH.
Mm.
PH, there are a lot of Nigerians with the West African ID, with the Nigerian nationality, and they still get the benefits.
No,
It
I'm
doesn't, it's not,
saying she
you don't
wouldn't
you don't
be
get
because she.
stripped of the benefits because you come from a certain country.
No, I'm not talking about the benefit in the understanding that you have. What I'm saying, the usage, the benefit of using South African nationality on your ID.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Okay, that
I'm not
makes sense.
talking the benefits in the common understanding. Yes, in you're getting a benefit. No, benefit of the using of that. They would have given her the ID, the South African ID, like any other foreign
But
children that are born here.
sorry to interject, but come to think of it, all our
Mm.
names are foreign names. No name is is South African. So already,
As I
whichever ID
understand.
that was given to her, whichever ID that was given to her, would carry the Nigerian name because
No, 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 no,
all
no,
her
no, no.
names, I think
She's got
except
two,
for the middle name, all her names except for the middle name, I think it's
except for
Mozambican.
Vanessa, right? Except for Vanessa, if I'm
No,
not mistaken.
Vanessa and Onwe, I don't know if Onwe is Nigerian, but the other names are Nigerian names. So there is no way with that name she would carry South African nationality.
No,
She
no, she
wouldn't because it
wouldn't.
will still
Name
reflect.
doesn't
It will,
matter. Beauty, name
no,
doesn't matter.
it
Name doesn't
does.
matter. It's the
No,
It
the
process.
name
does.
doesn't matter.
No,
If you're a citizen, if
name
you're
doesn't
supposed to
matter.
get a
It's the
citizenship, the
process.
name doesn't matter. Yes.
Name doesn't
No,
matter. It's the process.
only you are not understanding where she's coming from. She's saying she would have been stripped of her South African nationality on the ID.
Yes,
There's
on
no
your
way
ID.
she
Mm-hmm.
will still not have been South African because she doesn't even bear a South African name anyways.
No, no, no. That's not the reason. That's not the reason.
But
Name
she doesn't bear a
doesn't
South African
matter.
name, Beauty, but she has always felt South African. So you taking it
Yeah.
out of her ID will make her feel less South African. You get? You get that
No,
part?
no, guys,
I don't. The
guys.
thing is, I think whatever it is we even discuss here is purely based on assumption because we don't know exactly
No, no, no.
what
I'm
the
not
content
saying
of her
this
ID.
on assumption.
So you are sure that on her ID she was South African?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Currently, when she submitted her documents, her ID nationality, the South African ID she had, on nationality, it was South African, right? Why? Because it was assumed the mom is a South African, right?
Okay, okay, okay,
Exactly. That's
okay,
how it's a
okay.
process. It has nothing to do with
Oh, I
names.
understand. Yes, yes, I
Okay.
understand. I
Let me
understand. Yes.
okay, let me just answer Kingsley's question. Hi, Kingsley Okafor. Kingsley says, Olivia, what pardon are you talking about? How can you pardon someone who did not commit any criminal offense? So please, please, you don't know what to say, please. Okay. Anyway, what I'm trying to say, Kingsley, is that maybe the word pardon may not be it, but I was trying to explain that since she was going to be stripped of her citizenship, right? If she came and answered and say, answered the Home Affairs people and give maybe she gave a good reason whereby she, give reasons where she felt, oh, I'm a South African, I've always known myself a South African, they would have just allowed her keep the ID. Not necessarily like pardon. I didn't say she committed any crime. She wasn't the one that committed the crime, although the crime affected her in extension because it was her mom. You get? I'm not trying to say she committed any crime, Kingsley. So you don't get me out of context. So that's what I mean by pardon. Pardon in the sense that they would have just allowed her keep her citizenship or her ID, or do what they may have just given her a permanent residence, which would still allow her access most things. Then after a couple of years, she can now apply. If she has outweighed her permanent residence, she could have applied for citizenship somehow. I don't know. That's what I mean. So I didn't say she committed any crime. She didn't commit any crime, but the she got her citizenship based on her mom that got her own citizenship fraudulently from what they're saying. So that's what I mean. Go on, sorry. Hope you get
I
that,
was
Kingsley.
saying, beauty. What I was saying was this: the issuing of citizenship has nothing to do with your names. They don't look at your names and say, "Oh, this sounds, Nigerian, so you cannot be granted." It's a process, right? There are rules. It's the law, right? So they when she submitted.
Okay, I think we lost PH. Kingsley says, I have been watching your program. You always agree with what South Africans say about Nigeria. If you know me very well, you know I'm not someone that gets scared of, saying the truth. If they say the part that I feel as though is true, I will agree. The places where I agree when she was doing the pageant, I agree that she was supposed to put, if she was going to represent South Africa, South Africans had a problem by them not raising their flag. She raised Mozambican and Nigerian flag, and I agreed. I said no. If you were supposed to represent a country in that capacity, you were supposed to. If you were raising flags at all, you are supposed to also include their flag or not raise any flag at all. That's where I agreed with South Africa, and I will always agree. I don't know if you are hearing me. Everywhere is quiet. So Kingsley, that is where I agree. But I don't agree. What PH said she should step down entirely from her dreams, and because of what her mom did. I did not agree with that. I didn't agree that her dreams should just be cut short. That she wasn't entitled to her dream anymore because her mom did something. I agreed that she could have stepped down from, like she did for the one of South African pageant, but I didn't agree with PH. So I agree when it's logical. I have sense. I'm not here to patronize people, but I'm here to say my truth. So I hope you don't misunderstand. I know
Olivia,
countries can be sentimental, but we are not here to be sentimental. We are here to say the truth. Okay, it's not about
Olivia,
sentiment. I'm a full-blooded Igbo Nigerian lady. Okay, but where South Africans say the truth, that's something that makes sense. Yeah, I'll say, yeah, this one you could say is the truth. A lot of some things that she did, especially because that was exactly what caused the uproar. Doing in her socials, when she was doing well. Remember, she joined the pageant. She was doing well and doing well. But when she was getting to the semi-final, they had to look her up in the socials. And they were like, okay, you're answering Chidinma. Oh, you're Nigerian, Mozambican, and you're coming to represent us. Where is our flag? And it's real. It's true. You can't be representing them and you're not raising their flag, especially when you're raising flags. If you did not raise any flag at all, then that would make sense. But raising flag, identifying that you're Nigerian, identifying that you're South African, Mozambican in your socials, and you did not identify them, that doesn't make sense. Especially if it's me now that I want to identify anywhere. Yeah, nobody will say, why are you identifying? But when you're coming in something that big, you're coming to.
ooh, beauty. Please carry on.
Please go. PH, you can go on, please. I'm busy with the baby.
Well, my thing about this thing is that, but for
Behavior.
me, the flag thing, it's just not even an issue. Eh?
No,
But I,
that's
I
where it
guess,
started. No, that's where
I
people,
guess people
because
have got
people look
different
at
mindsets.
socials. PH,
Mm.
that's where it started from. Remember, she was in this pageant and she was doing well. I even heard she went for the previous year. She didn't go far. Then she came again. She was doing well. But when they started looking up, they couldn't. South Africans felt she did not identify with them. That's where the sentiment. And South Africans are quite sentimental. I will tell you the truth. That's where they started.
Mhm.
Who is this one? They said, no, you must leave. You must leave. Then the issue of her mom's identity situation came up. Then that's what the last straw that broke the camel's back. So in this
But ladies,
platform, I'm not here to lie for
mm,
anybody to feel good. I'm here to say my
ladies,
truth.
I just wanted to ask, and I'm hoping everyone here has kids.
Yeah.
I was quite worried about something, and I thought, oh, maybe I'm just uncommon to most other people, because I will unalive for my kids, right? when the story came out about Vanessa and all sorts of things, I'm like, where's the mom? I mean, if I was the mom and a typical South African mom, they will be out on all news media channels, you know, collecting everyone
Hi,
who's
Choice TV, welcome. Yeah, go on.
who's threatening their kids' plans or anything. And I'm like, why is that mom so absent? It's unnatural to just send your own child all on their own, right? And to fight such a big battle where basically you are well, it's alleged that you are the one, who started this whole thing. So I couldn't understand that.
Anyway, yeah, I feel in that regards, I'll tell you that not all moms are. Some moms are camera shy. Some moms are, a bit. Not every mom. If you, my mom and your mom now, if they bring two of them, you will see that they are different. Some people are very withdrawn, and some others are outspoken. Then yeah, that's what I can say. Then especially if when this thing came up, if she knew that it's actually true that her identity documents happened, there's something fishy. Of course, you don't expect her to come out. That's what I think. You know, that's what I think. But then again, even if the identity situation didn't come up, not every mom, my mom would not come, my kind of mom. She's educated and outspoken, but I don't think she'll come out on social media to say something unless it's a matter of life and unlifing. So that's what I think. Kingsley says, and I want to tell you that nothing, okay, to tell you that nothing South Africa will do to Chidinma. They are not doing anything to her, my brother. Okay, South Africa is all talk. I want to tell you that after this Miss Universe, and Chidinma will charge South Africa if she has a case. I mean, legal system. If you have a
And she
case, she can
should.
bring.
And she should. That is
Yeah, she
basically
can
part
bring
of
it
the
on, of
reason.
course.
That's part of the reason I'm saying that South African system, legal system, right, has got proper checks and balances, to remedy anything. That's why I'm saying when I started this conversation, I said I would have expected her to actually kind of pull out, because if she's in the right, the South African system will be able to deal with such.
Okay.
You know,
So Choice is saying something. So PH, she says, but how can ID be withdrawn? If your ID, if you have your citizenship, any citizenship that is not by birth can be withdrawn. Yeah, if a crime is committed anywhere in the world. There's a clause that comes with any citizenship by naturalization can always be withdrawn if the person commits a crime and the country feels as though, oh, this one that you did, we are not going to forgive you, we are taking it back. But if it's a citizenship by birth, or maybe let me use an instance whereby people go to America to give birth. I'm a Nigerian, I go to America to give birth. My children will be American citizens by birth. It cannot be withdrawn. But if I go and naturalize now, so it's a different thing. So Choice, yeah, it can. It's everywhere in the world. Everywhere in the world. Right? PH,
you are
Beauty, what
quite
do you
right,
think
and I'm
about that?
happy. You are very right.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. You're right.
So it can always be taken away from people. Can get
Yes.
stripped out of their naturalized citizenship if it's not by birth. If it's by birth, you only be
Yes,
punished.
any offense committed against the federal offenses can call for that.
Yeah. So
Federal
that's it.
offenses can call for that. Yeah. And in
So I
this case,
mean,
it's a federal case. It's a federal
it's a
offense.
federal case. Guys, please can you give us a thumbs up, okay? Please thumbs up on the live stream. Any what? Let's read some comments before we call it. Pierre, do you have anything to say? Beauty, any closing words? But before you do, let me read some comments and see. But meanwhile, guys, give us a thumbs up, okay? Please. African
I,
Queen says, Choice, when they cancel it, everything under that ID or obtained using that ID will be crapped. Yeah, like we just said, exactly. Any other interesting comments? Kingsley said, Olivia, Olivia lives in South Africa and knows the system and of the country. Do you want her to pretend that she is ignorant of? No, I'm not going to pretend, but that's the truth. Even if I don't live in South Africa, guys, that is how I know what is right. I know in the capacity, especially with that particular statement Kingsley was making, I know the capacity whereby you're representing me. Then that means you feel I'm part of you. If you're including things, you should, it's common sense. I feel it was an oversight. Maybe she didn't mean to do that. She didn't mean to do that, but that was a big mistake on her part. Um, Tani, Tani Bai said, her not making a submission, I think, was a legal advice. Okay, possibly. Legally, they can't take her to court or arrest her because they have already declared she did nothing wrong. Oh, all right. That makes sense. I know in legally, if you make a statement, you can even be more you may be incriminating yourself, right? The more if
Ollie,
in
just
case,
to also kind of, just to also put it out there, you know how South Africans see things is different from how, let's say, a country like the US sees things, right? There's a
yeah,
popular YouTuber by the name Jackie, I know. Jackie is
yeah, I
born
know.
to an American mom. She's born to an American mom, an African American mom, and a Nigerian dad. She has a last name, Nigerian name, I know. Everyone knows she's Nigerian. She doesn't shy away from it. But she's very much American. On her socials, you would only see the Nigerian flag. You won't see the American flag. But she's equally American, not just by citizenship, but by blood. Do you understand? So,
Yeah,
as much as I understand where you're coming from when you said, oh, but they went to her socials and they didn't find the South African flag on her socials. Perhaps,
yeah.
like you said, it must
The
have
thing
been an
is,
oversight.
if
But
you've
because
lived in South Africa, Beauty, you and I live. If you live in South Africa here, you know how the South Africans attach things, how sentimental they can be.
that's why I
You
said there are
Yeah.
two different worlds. Because in
Yes, there are two
America,
different
she's
worlds.
very
The
much
average South
America.
African sees it as something.
Mm,
They see it as, okay, you didn't really identify with us. That's how they
mm,
think,
mm.
and that's how it is. So, and is that thinking valid? I say it's valid. Anywhere you take me to, I say it's valid. Yeah, because especially because you're putting two other countries and then you did not put the one you're representing. Jackie Aina
That's
is a different thing, because she's not
no,
coming from Miss America. If she was coming from Miss
no,
America, maybe she would edit it. I'm saying
no.
something.
I want to get you clearly. You are saying on her socials, she had the Nigerian and Mozambican flag on her socials,
Yeah,
on her
on her
bio,
Instagram. Yes,
on her
then she has
bio.
edited as at then. She had already long edited it.
It's the same thing. Jackie I know has the Nigerian flag only on her
Okay.
bio, on all her
All right.
socials. Not even the
Okay.
American flag is there.
That's my point exactly.
So that's
Jackie.
where I'm coming from. I'm
Jackie
saying
is
if
just
you are
a
looking at
regular
things,
person that is doing, is a social media influencer. This
but
one, you're coming
she's
and
big. She has a name. She's big. She has a name. She has a face. She's influential. Let's not forget this. She's
that's the
not.
point.
She's not a commoner. She's not a commoner.
See, if the people
She's
are
influential.
sentimental about such little things, their sentiments are valid. I will tell you for free. This
That's
is an
what I'm
African
saying.
culture.
That these are two
American
different worlds.
culture is different from African culture.
That's
In
what I'm
Nigeria, we
saying.
may be even more. We will also think like that. We
That's
Nigerians
what I'm
will think.
saying. That
Yes,
is what I'm
we will
saying.
say,
We are saying the
where is
same
this one
thing.
coming from? You did not. Oh, so you didn't think we are enough for you to put our flag? Nigerians will say
Uh,
that. I'm bringing my Nigerian sense into this.
and I am saying that must have been an honest mistake because the
It
page
was definitely an
existed
honest mistake.
way before the pageantry. The page
Yes,
existed way before the
yes.
pageantry. She didn't think
And
that she needed
her
to
team
edit
did not look at
anything.
her socials.
Yes,
That is
anything.
why most times ignorance is not an excuse. That's why you have to be informed. Do you know? I'm playing the devil's advocate with this particular topic, this part now, because sometimes that's why you have to ground ground your children, make them grounded about things. Tell them, give them local sense. Oh, okay. Hey, let me go to my Instagram and edit. Oh, hey, these people will now say that's it, because everything is on the socials now. Even when you want to go and apply for a job, it's on the socials. They will come and look at your socials.
It's an honest mistake, Ollie. Remember the Home
It
Affairs
is
Minister
beauty, but
that
and a
the
mistake that it
Home
was a
Affairs
mistake doesn't
Minister.
mean that the no, I agree with you that it was a mistake doesn't mean that the sentiment of the people will maybe they pushed it so hard. It's possible, but that's their sentiment. They are sentimental about this
I'm
thing.
not saying it's not valid. I'm not saying it's not
Yeah,
valid, but I'm saying
yeah.
it could have been, because I mean, you can say every time she says I'm proudly South African. She says it all the time until maybe
They want
recently.
her. They want her to show working.
Until
You know,
maybe recently. So I understand their
you know,
sentiment. Remember the Home Affairs Minister, this current Home Affairs Minister, as soon as he was as he was what's the word now? As soon as he was appointed,
appointed.
you go on Wikipedia. Wikipedia said he's born Zimbabwean. He's Zimbabwean born South
No, that
African.
thing, but we all know you can edit that thing.
And no,
It was
listen,
different.
sorry, wait. Wikipedia,
Please,
no one
guys,
could
give
have
us
thought
a
that,
thumbs
because
up, okay? Thumbs up on the live
the
stream. We'll be
the
ending the
first
live
thing
stream
people
soon. Please,
did,
thumbs up,
as
okay?
soon as they
Guys,
saw,
thumbs
as
up.
soon as they saw a white man, as soon as they saw a white man, the first thing they did was Google him. And on Wikipedia, it showed Zimbabwean. Until only recently was it edited. It was edited
I
recently
went to
because, again,
space.
South Africans began going to his socials to say, how are you Zimbabwean? How you're Zimbabwean, and how are you saying you're South African? Yeah, they questioned him. How are you South African? Because Wikipedia says you're Zimbabwean. It's been edited anyway. If you go now, you see he was born here and there and here and there, so and so, South African. But
Oh,
before
15 minutes ago.
anyone could
Really,
say
I didn't
anything,
know.
you go
Choice.
on social,
Choice. Okay,
it
jump in and
showed
say something. Sorry,
Zimbabwean.
before I end the live. I didn't. Somebody said Choice requested it. I wasn't paying attention. Sorry. Hi, Choice. Please jump in. Jump in. Sorry, I didn't look. She said Choice requested the link. Yeah. So the point is that when you're dealing with people, like I always
Mm.
say, culture differs, and culture is the way of life of a
Mm.
certain people. Do you understand? For
That's
me, I
that's why
wouldn't
I
even
said
know. Let me tell
the
you the truth now
society. Yes.
on this life. I don't know if I would have advised my child to go for Miss South Africa. That's the truth. Because I know that some South Africans will accept her, some may not. That is South Africa for you. Because of we being
Majority,
African.
Hi,
especially because
everyone.
of the name, especially because of the last name.
Exactly,
No,
especially because she has Igbo name and she doesn't even have one single South African name. Do you know, I even
you know,
gave my children, somebody was even asking me on my comment section, how dare I give my child a South African name? Then I told the person, sorry, I give my child a name that's from any nationality. I don't care. Some people you get kickbacks in this kind of things. That's the truth. So a high choice, go on.
Hi,
Welcome, sis.
good morning
How
from
are
my
you?
side. Fine, thank you. Olivia, you're
Welcome.
doing amazing. So
Thank
my
you, sis.
question is like, because I'm really shocked. I went on media and I saw what happened to Chidinma about the withdrawal of document and everything.
Yeah,
This Chidinma of a lady, for me, I feel like she's the one that committed the crime. The mother
yeah,
did, if we must put it like that. And then she was born in South Africa, according to her, and she was given a South African citizenship by birth.
by
And now I think by birth, yes, by birth,
yeah,
she
by
was
birth.
born
Yeah.
there, yeah. And now I think she's 22. How can a citizenship be withdrawn at the age of 22? Normally in the world, especially where I stay in Germany, if you claim a citizenship in Germany, and after 6 years, even if it's from the fault of the mother or from the fault of the father, it can never be withdrawn except by criminal acts. You understand?
yes,
Except by
which is the
criminal
case.
acts. So,
Which is
what
the case.
criminal excuse me, ma, what criminal act did Chidinma did that will warrant withdrawal of citizenship? I'm confused there. Can somebody help me?
Okay.
Can I explain?
Um, yes, explain. Please, I want to round off in 10 minutes. My baby is
No, no,
waiting.
less than a
Yeah,
minute.
yeah.
Ma'am, the first is that she obtained citizenship because of a criminal act. Maybe that's the easiest way.
No, no,
Identity
no,
theft.
no, no. It's not clear, ma'am. She
What
never obtained it. She was
she
given by
did.
birth. No, no,
No,
no.
no.
She was a baby. Listen, please. Let me excuse me. She didn't even know. She was given by birth because her mother was claimed to be a South African.
Yes.
So why is Chidinma paying for the because where I live, it's not possible. They will face the mother and they will withdraw the citizenship from the mother, but Chidinma will keep her own because it was obtained by birth. And I believe that in South Africa, I don't know about your law, I'm sorry. I believe in South
Yes.
Africa, there will be a certain years you stay in a country that you will be I don't know how to put it, that it will allow you to be a citizen. And I believe it's not
Eligible.
more than
Eligible. Yes.
eligible to be a citizen. So 22 years as a South African claim, why withdraw a citizenship just like that? What about other means to become a citizen? Even if by birth the mother did a lot of crime and they obtained the citizenship, why withdraw our own? That it's not clear. I don't know how it works in South Africa, but where I stay, it is not possible. Do you understand me? I don't know if anybody is getting me. Sorry, I don't
Yeah.
know about your country too much, but I don't know if I'm making points anyway.
Okay, who
Quite
can
a
answer
difficult
her,
one.
please?
You'll answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you answer? From what I
Oh, okay.
think,
Can I answer?
okay,
This is
answer,
the
answer.
this
Then
is
I'll
the
answer
issue.
her.
We clearly have different legal systems. We have different legal systems. The South African, this is how you get citizenship by birth through one of your parents being a South African, right? By birth through one of your parents already. So there are two things. You are born in South Africa. The second aspect is that one of your parents are a South African already. And this is not the case with Chidinma.
Okay.
Thank
So,
you.
But Chidinma was born in South Africa.
Who said so, ma'am? Who
yes,
said so?
in choice, like the way my kids are now, all of them. In fact, when I came to South Africa was when I even got pregnant and gave birth to all of them. None of them are South African citizens, because South
So
African doesn't.
I know, Olivia, can I ask this question? You have
Yes,
been living in
please.
South Africa for years and you know
Yes,
more about it, okay?
yes,
So
yes.
all your kids, none of them are South African.
No, no.
Is there any way by law that one day they will be?
Yes.
If we get, they can.
No, they on their own.
No,
When
I
they
mean
reach
the kids,
18,
the
the
kids I
kids
mean.
on their own, separate from their parents at the age of 18,
At
because
the age of
they are born
18, but Chidinma is
18.
already 22. Why
No,
withdraw?
Chidinma's documents were obtained already. It cannot be resuscitated now. You understand?
But PH, what if she made a case and said, okay, I was born here, I've been living here. Can you people please allow me
She
to
has
at
not
least apply
provided
for a
documents.
PR?
She did not provide documents to show her birth. So there are two very distinct issues here. One,
Okay.
your mom's, the connecting document via the parent you are claiming as South African is said to have been obtained fraudulently. Two, now the birth, there's contestation around the birth also, right? Because the circulated media audio is that basically the lady may not be the lady, the supposed Mozambican South African may be a stepmother. So there are so many issues there. So we'll still learn some more about this, issue.
Okay,
Matters.
thank you so much. Olivia, thank you for the opportunity to be here. You're doing amazing. Thank you, everyone. See you in the comment section.
All right, guys. Yes. So you got that choice, right? I feel it's South Africa is different, and because she had already got, but I feel she still has a case if she appeals that decision. I think PH. What do you think?
The,
Do you think she still
yes,
has a case?
certainly. Certainly, she has a case. within the department, there will obviously be a review, an appeal, well, a review at the current moment, where she could actually request for a review of the decision made upon receiving whatever decisions they have made, and how it reads to her. She can consult a lawyer. That is always the best one. But to just ignore it, I mean, it's not a good idea to just ignore it.
What is Doris say? Yes, I don't think it's a good idea. She loves South African too much not to appeal. If you see that girl, it's actually patriotism to actually come for those miss what. I think she really genuinely loves this country, and I feel as though she should be given another chance. I'm not, yeah, I'm not proud of what her mom did, but I feel she should be given a chance if she appeals. But maybe she did not answer to when they asked her to, because she was, of course she's busy preparing for the whole thing, and she will have to come down to South Africa to answer and come. It's a process. This thing, there's due process. So that's what I feel. Doris said, I call Chidinma a criminal without a crime. A criminal without a crime. She's not a criminal, Doris. She's not a criminal. Please, let's be empathetic. Let's apply empathy. As much as it happened the way it happened, with all due respect to all South Africans, and with my deepest sympathy to the person that probably was what was the word again? The person that they obtained her ID, but Chidinma is. She's been going through a lot, so let's apply empathy. I feel as though maybe the reason she didn't respond or anything, it could take her down memory lane, and she'll break down. She won't be strong enough to go for the Miss whatever pageant, Miss Universe pageant. But like PH, where you and I disagreed is that she would have stepped down. We still
Yeah,
we
clearly.
still disagreed with
Clearly.
that one.
We need a humanitarian voice here, and you are the one with the humanitarian
Yeah,
voice.
I feel she's a young girl that has had a dream all her life, and this is the time, opportunity. Opportunities, sometimes you can miss it and you won't get it back. Honestly, that's life, and it's emotional intelligence and to grab opportunity and to be sensitive of the opportunity. This is an opportunity for her. She may not have it next time. So I don't think she just saying, "Oh, I'm not doing again because of what happened." No, I don't think it will be wise of her. Some people may differ. Some people might say, "Oh, being humanitarian, you're supposed to just say no. I empathize." This thing has happened to years back. She dropping down now will not heal the wound of whoever was involved. She can make it up somehow, maybe. I don't know how she can make it up if she wants to, but not to the detriment of her dreams. That's what I think. Let's read some more comments, then we'll call it a day. Okay, guys. What do you any closing words, Beauty? Somebody said, if you're born in South Africa from a non-SA parent, one of your parents should be SA. Two, either of your parents should have permanent residence. If you are none of the above, the kids will not be SA. No, even now,
No, even with PR,
let
you
me
can't
correct.
get
Yes,
citizenship.
Beauty, let me correct what Fatone said. Fatone, even now, if one of your parents is a PR holder, of course, you guys know my husband is a PR holder because he came in with critical skills and all that. So he has PR, but I don't. So because I don't, my kids don't. Do you get? So that's how it is in South Africa. Before, it used to be that one of your parents should have, then you can now, you as the child will now be citizens. But now it's no longer the case. So we need to make people understand how it works here in South Africa. Mtutu, hi Mtutu. Mtutu said she was not born in South Africa, and being born here does not give automatic citizenship. Exactly, unlike America. That's the truth. That's the whole truth. That's the truth. Mpe said Chidinma's mom obtained the document fraudulently. Yeah, we've ascertained that. That's the reason the withdrawal of her documents. Yeah. Work with all. Hi, work with all. Work with all says the wise thing Chichi should have done was to apply for permanent residence since she has been in SS since she was young. her running away like that spoils her chance.
No.
What we all I get what you're saying, but at this point, remember that before you go for pageant, you need to prepare. This girl is prepared to get the crown. I wish her the best. I wish all the contestants the best. So I think coming and answering the case now, she may have the intention to come back later to answer the case, and apply for the permanent residence. But I think it would have distracted her. Let's say the truth. It would have distracted
Sorry,
her.
Oli, just I don't understand what this person means by apply for permanent residency when she already held a passport.
When
Because
She's already a passport holder. So how do you apply for permanent residency again?
I think
When
what
you're
he's
already
trying to say is that since her SA citizenship is already in jeopardy, if I can use that English, do you understand? Maybe just apply and know how to mend it. That's what he means in summary. Maybe just come
I
and
mean,
know how to mend it.
the citizenship she held was already in question. So how do you apply for another one to stay? To another one that gives you, the ability to stay, or gives you the opportunity to stay, for lack of a better word. The one she already held was in question and was under scrutiny.
Hi,
So I don't
Yomi
think
said,
that.
yeah. The thing is, it's dicey. Maybe let's see how it unfolds. She wants to take her time and get this pageant over and done with. Then she will deal with this. I think that's what she's doing. Yomi says, hi, Yomi. Yomi said, didn't they say sh- um sh- they say she stole the citizenship? No, she did not. It's not her. It's her mom that got her papers from the back door, not her. So it now affected her in extension because she's the daughter of her mom, and her citizenship is based on the fact that her mom is a PR holder or a citizen. I don't know the one she has. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, everyone. Please, can you give us a thumbs
Thank
up?
you.
Okay, please, before you leave the studio, give us a thumbs up. I want SA to be sued for traumatizing Chidinma. Yes, I don't know if they will be sued. I don't think it will get to that, but yeah, she has been through a lot, as a human being, honestly, in the last couple of months. But obviously, I guess she will get therapy because she actually needs it. That's one thing I can say. So that's what one thing I can say. Guys, closing words, 50 seconds each. Let's call it a day. Please give us a thumbs up, guys, okay? Before you leave the stream, and continue the conversation on the comment section. Maybe we actually have to talk about, do you think Chidinma, I don't know, maybe I will look for a topic to get this conversation in another angle again, maybe sometime next week, because we need to cover the parts whereby what happens if she decides to come to South Africa? Like, what happens if because all her life is here. I'm telling you, she's not going to go and live in Nigeria. I doubt. She may, but she may be coming here. So what happens if she comes to South Africa? What paper is she going to use? Because she needs to come here, right? Beauty, what paper do you think, if they take away her citizenship, that means she has to apply for ID or visa
She
or
would
what?
even be denied visiting visa.
Hey,
Quite frankly, she'll be denied access to South Africa. She
She
would not be
won't
granted
be.
any kind of access into South Africa.
this is sad. I
And
really
No,
empathize with her.
she still has
no.
family here. She still has family here. I mean, that name is
Which family?
flagged. So the name is flagged. So you imagine applying for South African visa from Nigeria. The name is flagged. So yeah.
No, but I think remember there are exceptional circumstances in her case, right? She's already on an existing matter, so I don't think it will apply as we think she's out of the country, no access denied, and things like that. She's on an ongoing
If
case at
it's
the current
stated
moment.
clearly, that she's been stripped of her documentation in South Africa,
Yeah, that
and
means
her
she can't
citizen,
enter. It means she can't enter with her ID. She can't enter with her
No, no,
South
no,
African
no,
ID. That's what it means.
only
no, no,
only
no,
because
no,
I
no,
hear me
no.
and you dey. I hear me and you dey. Make she go apply for visa, more see. Not be here with me and you
Olivia
dey.
and Beauty. Olivia and Beauty.
That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
one
I
thing.
agree with what you're saying, Beauty. What PH is trying to say is different. What you and I are saying, that she has already been, this passport is you can't use it again. That's what it means.
Olivia,
So
No,
now,
that's
how
not
does
the
one
truth.
enter the
read
country?
No,
Wendy's,
that's not. That's
read
not.
Read Wendy's comment.
They have not
What
revoked.
is the
They have not
benefit of living in
withdrawn.
South Africa? Beauty, what is the benefit of living in South Africa?
Olivia, why you put me on the spotlight?
Tell the
You're the
people.
one that asked me to read now. Maybe you wanted to
It's
answer it.
when now. It's when do the ask question now.
Yeah, that's the
Answer.
point. You said you pointed me out to the question and you said I should read it out. Normally I read it out, then you say something. That's why I asked you.
Maybe that's the next
Well,
topic
I think
we should have.
Wendu, if you can hear me, Wendu, if you can hear me, I think the benefits are just as if you were living anywhere abroad, because they do have a working system here. But of course, it would not be beneficial to a person without the right documentation. But if you do have the right documentation, you have access to like your student loan, your mortgage, your
No,
car
it's
loan.
not true.
Like
No. You won't get student loan. Sorry, Beauty.
no, I'm saying as citizens, you
No, she
do.
said the benefit of living as a migrant, from a migrant point of view. That's another.
No, but even migrants abroad without
But
that
migrants in
status.
South Africa, we are not entitled to student loan now. Remember, I
No,
did honors and masters. You're not entitled.
No, because even Wendu knows that a migrant in Switzerland without attaining the citizenship status will not have access to student loan. You have access to student loan as a citizen. So I'm coming from a citizen perspective.
Okay. Now you have to specify. So these videos go far. You have to specify so people understand. A migrant that has attained citizenship, and also put that. No, hold on. Also put it that to attain citizenship in South Africa is not being some mayo. It's no joke.
Yeah, it's very hard.
You're going to spend up to 40 years here.
Yes. No, like it's very hard.
It's not
but
easy.
if you do,
so don't just put it out there. Remember, when you put it out, people just run with what you say without giving context. You
no.
Yeah. You say it in the way that people understand. When you are now citizen.
Yes, for those that have attained citizenship status.
Yeah.
You have equal rights. The law works the same way it works anywhere it works here in South Africa. Let's not forget that the country is very westernized and it's structural. So everything you think of, like even with the grants, it may not be a lot, but no matter how little it is, at least the government is mindful of its people and all. But for migrants, really, there are no specific benefits. Truly and honestly. If you're a migrant, there are no
for migrants could be that you have a system, you're in a country that has a system that works now. Then if you have, like, you also benefit from the good medical system. Obviously you benefit from good electricity, good roads. But when it comes to some
like the basics, but as far as advancing yourself goes, or as far as having the opportunities to advance yourself as a migrant, they are very limited here. They're very, very limited.
That's why
what is limited, Beauty? What is limited? If you're a migrant?
As far as advancing yourself goes as a migrant, opportunities are very limited. You can't compare.
Please give me an example.
Okay, it's like someone who has migrated, or Africans, or just anybody who migrates to the US or the West.
No, like the opportunity to advance. The opportunity to advance.
I'll come in. Okay, Beauty, when you finish, I can say something.
There are no jobs. There are no small jobs one can do to advance themselves. Whereas in Europe and America, you can do these little jobs and you can still manage,
to take some
courses.
unemployment.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, that's the
There's
perspective.
it's not just unemployment. Do you know that there are some courses you can't study as a migrant? Are you aware of that? You can't study medical courses. I wanted to do clinical psychology. I have my BS in psychology, and I went for the interview. They say you're good, you can do it, but sorry, we don't take non-South Africans.
Yeah, even
Why?
nursing, even
We
nursing.
take PR holders. We take
There are
straight
certain
South
universities
African.
that will not enroll you. You will not get enrollment into certain universities if you are not South
In some
African.
universities, if you're not a South African, your application comes with automated response. Yeah, that's the
Tell
truth.
me,
So
tell me something. Correct me, ne? Maybe this should be a topic because I'm learning quite a lot here. I didn't know about this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what? More than a decade ago, when I was doing my masters, we were 10 in class, right?
yeah,
Nine were foreigners. I was the only South
okay.
African. So you see,
From
I couldn't understand the advancing yourself aspect, considering
Okay.
my experience and all sorts of things. And
Okay.
two, by the way,
I'm,
the way
I'm
I think
talking I'm talking in terms of just a basic person trying to make ends meet. South Africa will not be the country for you. Whereas you can manage to get a visa into America or into the UK and try to, do small jobs whilst you regularize your stay, and then advance yourself by maybe taking short courses here and there to step up. Those opportunities
okay.
are not here. And that's why you see people like the Zimbabweans and Mozambicans and the likes taking, these small jobs that they do take. But again, to what end? Because at the end of the day, the salary they get only affords them a room in a back room, or just a shack, just anywhere to manage and to live. Because at the end of the day, they have to send money back home, no matter how little it is. But that whatever it is they earn cannot advance them economically in South Africa, if you get what I
Let's
mean.
talk about this topic next time. What do you guys say we should
Yeah, it's a
title it?
good topic actually. Great
So
topic.
that what do you guys think we should title it, so that we'll visit it next time? And even the Chidinma case, we've not finished because a lot has to be said and many
What
people.
are your friend already? The topic is there. The question Wendy asked, what are the benefits of living in South Africa as a migrant? So it doesn't
Okay.
necessarily, remember, most white migrants, some of them come with expertise. Like they have like jobs they're vying for and they're able to get the jobs. But on a grassroots level, what are the benefits on a grassroots? So if you are coming on ground zero, because trust me, not everyone will migrate into a country with critical skill, not particularly everybody. That's why there are different routes to migration. Do you understand? There are different routes to migration, but at the barest minimum, what opportunities are there? For an African migrant or from any migrant whatsoever
I
seeking
always,
to start
I'm
in
a
South
firm
Africa.
believer of telling people, migrants, not to come to South Africa if they are not
Yeah.
critically skilled.
I
You
was
guys
going
know.
to say you've done a topic on this. Just listening
Yes,
to you
Yes,
guys.
yes. Wendy,
yes,
that's the topic. Olivia, you've seen the topic.
yeah. Yeah. And what about the Chidinma's aspects? Is there any other part you guys think
I
we
think
need to?
I think I don't know. But to be frank, there are
I think
obviously
we can
circulating news.
discuss further as matters unfold. I want to
Okay.
believe we've not heard the last of it. So as
Okay, PA,
I
matters
what are you
think
unfold,
saying?
there's going
we
to be
discuss.
developments. There's going to be developments that I don't know if you follow Sunday papers over the weekend or things like that. There might just be developments about who is the actual mother here, and is she really the mother? Because there are circulating news that she's actually just a stepmom.
Only I need to respond to somebody's comment somewhere there. The person saying little jobs are done. Yes, little jobs are done by foreigners, but how are they empowered? Are they economically empowered? Are they advanced? That's the question. If you understood where I was coming from, you wouldn't even have to write your comment, because yes, they do those jobs, but just to make ends meet. It's not able to catapult them anywhere.
Okay, guys, give us a thumbs up. Okay, this is where we draw the curtain.
Okay, bye. Let me go
On
and
Tuesday,
thumbs
yeah,
up.
we'll come and revisit one of the topics something we had here. We'll look for a topic and talk about it on Tuesday. Join us again. Give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to this channel. Like, share
Thank
if you
you.
need someone to
Yeah.
hear it. Yeah, thank you, Beauty. Thank you,
Bye.
PH.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate you ladies today. Please give us a thumbs up, share, please, okay? Thumbs up before you leave the live stream, please, okay? And subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you everyone for joining. I really appreciate all your inputs. Everybody's opinion is valid, okay? Thank you everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll see you. Bye. Bye, guys.